See, I'm one of those rappers that you never heard about. See, you don't know me by face and hardly word of mouth. Forced to be the chosen one that was never chosen. Trying to speak for a voice that is never spoken. The voice that the in crowd forced out, psychologically conditioned to be a punching bag. Shitted on, disrespected and peed on. Yet the only trusted shoulder you can lean on.
Word up, man. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all motherfuckers really don't know what this hip-hop's all about. Underground will live forever, baby. We just like roaches. Never dying, always living.
It's changed. Like back in the day, I remember underground was just that meant your sound. Like my man, he got the boot camp shirt on right there. Like boot camp, Redman, all them cats would be like, yo, it's that underground shit. Just meaning that shit was hard, it was rugged, you know what I'm saying? But now, being that we letting other people dictate our culture, and we like, you know, VH1 tells us what's underground now. Like, fuck they know, you know what I'm saying? They like, okay, if it's underground if it's not on a mainstream label. As if we need Interscope to validate our culture. We don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how people act now. Like to me, underground just means you ain't get heard yet on a mass level.
I agree.
Previously, a decade before, there was no separation in hip hop as far as rap music is concerned. You had your lyricists, you had your fun artists, you had your lightweight artists, you had your political artists, and it was all under one house. There was a time period when Public Enemy, De La Soul, NWA, and Slick Rick could all go on tour together. Now, I don't know what year it happened. Maybe it might have been '96. Might have been with the rise of Bad Boy. It became a separation where there became a thing called the underground. Before Bad Boy, there was no real underground. The whole scene was underground. Then with Bad Boy, something went to the top, and it was preceded by Death Row, but something went to the top, and some people got left at the bottom, and then you had a certain style of music that just dominated rap. I'm not going to call it hip-hop, I'm just going to say rap. And the people that got left at the bottom were doing something different, and it's just been a split ever since then. As far as it going back to how it was, mainstream media doesn't want certain voices to be heard. Corporations back corporations. It's plain and simple. The corporations are going to push things that are making money for other corporations. And if acting like a monkey is in style, acting like a monkey is what's going to be sold. And you don't really want, these corporations don't really want revolutionary artists or artists who are doing something different from acting like a monkey to actually come out. Think about it. Who really wants to hear a group like PE? What corporation wants to hear a group like PE? Because eventually the evolution of PE was to challenge the powers that be, which are corporation, capitalism, and making money. What corporation wants to back that? America is about making money. Our main problem, it starts with the system. It has nothing to do with music. It has nothing to do with art forms. It has to do with the fact that we live in a capitalist society, and they're going to push things that push capitalism. Hey yo, I'm coming from a history of lifelong poverty. Urban institution that's been labeled as minority. Keeping me in shackles is a plus to the economy. Slavery is living, so I question the authority. Breathing desperation from the bottom of society. Welcome to the jungle where they kill for notoriety. Camouflage devils only heighten the anxiety. Heavy is the toll and the course is my sobriety. Looking at the city is the face of a demon. Daily operations got us hustling and scheming. Nicotine fiending, drink like I'm breathing. Lord only knows what contaminates my semen. Pots overboiling and the rain starts to cascade. Living to the fullest but we're dying at the halfway. Devils on the pathway. Feels like the last days. All around the world, they turn the cities into ashtrays. History is calling, so I speak across the ages. Rebel agitators sing a song from the slave ships. Child of the pavement, blessed by the ancients. Status of the chosen, cause I'm killing off the matrix. Brass knuckle rap, this is raw commentary. And ignorant niggas make my voice necessary. Positive rap has never been so scary. I'm sending 2 ferries to the fucking cemetery.
People don't recognize, like, this shit getting pumped to the babies 24/7. Like, I was watching on 106 in Park, which I think, like, the concept of the show, like, I used to like Teen Summit when it was on BET. Like, 106 in Park could be real good for children, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's crazy when I'm watching a show that's designed for children, and it's just women clapping their booty, you know what I'm saying? And people having drug references. and all of that. That's what that's directed to the kids. That's not programming for the kids.
It's not even camouflaged anymore. It's just
Not
straight
at
up.
all.
Yeah.
And it's like that imbalance, very unhealthy. Because I work with kids. You know what I'm saying? And when I have a child coming up into my program talking about, you know, my milkshake this, my milkshake that, and it's like ain't nothing against Khalees or nothing, you know what I'm saying? The song was pop, you know what I'm saying? It was popping or whatever, but I don't want to hear no 8-year-old sing that shit.
These kids, they can get what I mean. They can get what all of this music that's out here, but it has to be presented to them. If they don't know about it, or they never heard it, and it's not presented to them, they're not going to know about it. So all they're going to do is chicken noodle soup and et cetera, all day, because that's what they're getting all the time. This is not presented to them. But being able to go into a school, work, or you know, kids program, actually talk to these kids about hip-hop. I worked for the past 2 years, been doing that during the summer, just talking with kids, building with kids about just, you know, the culture of hip-hop, you know, how it affects their lives. What do they see? Let them do the commenting on what they see, what they like about it, what they don't like about it. And at the end of it, they can identify with what we're doing, and they hear it, and they understand what we're saying. It just has to be presented to them. It's about options. If they don't have that option, guess what? They ain't gonna know about it, and they won't care about it either. They don't have the resources to go all the time and go look for it. I asked the kids to raise their hand. How many of y'all have a computer? It's 2006. 2 of them out of a room full of like 15, 18 kids. 2 of them. What we facing here are the last days. In that case, your fam should be on the same exact page. Don't matter that they're younger, older, or the same age. I fry, you fry, hunger placed within the same cage. It's youth raised, these tough times we're living in. Starring Commander Chief's puppet show of simpletons. Reckon all he enforces for sake of resources brings him incoming companies he endorses. So we could raise heaven or remain hell-bent. Figure every dime a quarter on a sense well spent. Let the dollar circulate so we can all eat. No small feet, but picture us some out in Black Wall Street. Look at Katrina, anyone can see. Fault to FEMA, certainly we need a plan B or A for they repeatedly mistreat our families. We're all abnormal women, y'all don't understand me.
VH1 when we was younger, they wouldn't play hip hop if you asked them to. That shit was nothing but like Phil Collins and Sting videos all day, son. Celine Dion and shit.
Yeah, now it's just another MTV. That's all it is.
But it's to me it's almost worse. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the behind the music, the lifestyle of this person.
They had the video host episode too.
It make you feel like shit. Cause you know you coming home, you turn on your TV and like, oh, every morning so and so washes their ass with $100 bill or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I'm fucking hungry out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then people are like, okay, how can I get it? And then at the same time, this particular artist is like, well, I sold drugs, or I pimped women. Or it's a woman and she's up there
pretending and I don't really have any of this money.
Exactly. Or it's a woman up there like, talking about how she disrespected her body or how she used her body to get ahead. So people gonna see that like, damn, I'm tired of being broke. If this person could do it, maybe I could do it.
Why come? Nobody black-owned stores in our community. Food center ran by Arabs in our community. Chinks got food spots all through our community, but we still think this our community. It got me thinking, we gotta be real slow in my community or choose the bottom of a totem pole for a community. We populate 95% of Harlem's community, but own less than 10% of Harlem's community. Let's start buying back the buildings in our community to have something to leave for the children in our community. I know you see the way outsiders do their community. If we let them rock, we're gonna be losing our community. I know you peep the way Jews doing in their community. We can't move in, they choose who in their community. Only spend money within their own community, and that's how they own their community. It make you think, right?
You can't expect white folk to give us our shit the way that we do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go, you know what I'm saying? If you go and you say, yo, what's good with rock and roll? They gonna give you the Beatles. They ain't gonna give you Chuck Berry. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, I'm looking for jazz. They gonna give you fucking Kenny G instead of Miles Davis. Same thing with hip hop. And even in the sense of like, maybe it might not be that extreme yet. You know what I'm saying? It might not be that extreme, but they'll give you what's non-threatening to them. You know what I'm saying? It's not threatening for me to be like, yo, I'm gonna kill another black man. They'll be like, oh, that's what's up. But if I'm like on some dead press shit, I'm up for running on these crackers in their city hall. Like, whoa, nigga. You calm that shit the fuck down, you know what I'm saying? So of course they not gonna give you that. Of course they not gonna give you Rakim. Rakim is giving you straight up Allah's mathematics on record. They're not gonna be like, oh, you check that Rakim out. Hell no, they gonna be like, Yin Yang Twins. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's not my kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I can understand why Caucasians gravitate to that more because it's non-threatening. So it's like back in the day, Wu-Tang, come on, they scared of that shit. They were scared of that. You know what I'm saying? They scared of PE. They were scared of shit of NWA. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna look at like Ice-T Cop Killer. It's like, yo, we gotta shut down this record company. Ain't none of them motherfuckers saying to shut down no record company when we talking about killing ourselves. They ain't like, yo, you gotta shut that shit down. But when we talking about black women and we up there like, bitch, ho, they don't give a fuck. I can call somebody a nigga on record all day, but as soon as you call Benjamins, stacking chips like Hebrews, some Jewish person took offense to that shit. So it's like, they had to blank out Hebrew. That's not even a bad word, yo.
That's crazy.
That's not even a bad word. They stole our birthright on that one. You know what I'm saying? For more than 400 years, we seen it. From Jim Crow to COINTELPRO, and it's all strategic. The death toll ain't a secret. We the targets, you can read it on the walls at the precinct. History tell us when we choose to stand up. The pigs got a bullet for the back as soon as our hands up. See, every day we feel the fire. Both Harad and the FBI want to destroy the rise of a black messiah. It's documented, it can't be disputed. That's why they use drugs to hit during the Black Power movement. Put 1 and 2 together, it's all elementary. Cause now our women are the highest rising pop in the penitentiary. See, they want to stop us from building our families, our nations, our children. But there's only a few things I ain't experienced yet. Freedom or death, and I ain't planning on leaving this yet. Cause we are realists, dreaming the impossible. But if directed properly, liberation is possible. I hurdle any obstacle and then I keeps it moving. United States Constitution was just another optical illusion. See, we were made to jump and dance on the auction block. Now we're expected to jump and dance to make it off the block. Guns pop on every block, but who calls the shots? Not us. Cameras on the corners watch us without dynamic rockets. Cops popping lockers, military helicopters hover above us like dark clouds. While on the surface we profile for unfair trials. What more can you expect from the nations that kill us by the millions and use us to fill up their prisons? They built this from the bottom and they ain't gonna break bread with us. See, from the prayers to the pilgrims and everything in between, we have never seen no American dream. Cause life ain't fair and they don't fight fair. My life ain't fair, so I won't fight fair. And I'm introducing myself as America's nightmare. Yeah!